Hello and welcome to that channel that never seems to know if its viewers are smiling or not, but still smiles back anyway. We got a review to do. And yes, it's a pretty big deal if you had roughly the same origin story in the blocky platform that we all play. And I used to develop things for, but that's another story. So, most of you have probably heard of Naruto Final Bond at least once in your life. I mean, the demographic that actually used to play the game that watches my channel is at least 40%. Quality-aholics may have not liked the game at all, but to a very select crowd of anime Roblox players, this game was legendary. The beauty of the game was the vast amount of lore accuracy, the customization, and how much fun the element play was, making you so much different from other players that people could tell who you are just by looking. But that's small fry compared to the sheer community value the game had. Because the game was so vast, level-based, and skill-based, people often joined the Discord or the groups involving the game, and role-played politics. And, even if you weren't in the scene, you'd always hear crazy stories about a war that went on in a server, or peace talks, really anything. Of course, the popular groups were canceristomers, but that goes with any popular anime group. It was a time where you could at least enjoy a little bit. I still remember holding absolutely pointless tournaments in Final Bond, having feuds come over and show off his mighty Snake Sage skills, even if it was spam. Sometimes certain spamming tactics work. I mean, you only had so many jutsu back in the day. So, if you really loved Naruto Final Bond, as I'm sure a lot of you did, and the building blocks it set for a vast majority of our friendships, careers, and even the reputation of the Akatsuki to be a secret pedo lair, this review is going to make you really happy inside. Ro-Binobi is, by all means, the perfect remake, made by the Stellar Squad. And by God do they deserve that name. Practically none of the glitches from Final Bond happen anymore, such as the ability to just float in midair, while charging your chakra, and quite a few others. The customization has even been upgraded immensely over Final Bond, having entire accessories you can buy and put on your character, many more clothing options, a color wheel to choose your eye color and hair color, even more hair options from the manga and anime imported straight from the Naruto Storm series, and having even more Kake. Sure, it's been downgraded in a few aspects, such as no ninja weapons when you start out, and the lack of an ability to pick your elements, but this actually helps game balance a lot. The game functions exactly the same, but all the Kake specials, as far as I know, are not keys, compared to only some of them being keys. It's a huge improvement. Not only that, but the world is much bigger. There's quests you can do to get XP and money now, you can block, and you got a total overhaul. And it all still feels like the vanilla experience. The Stellar Squad has done a massively fantastic job with this, where even the impressiveness in some moves is upped. And so far, there's only 2 negative points. The literal only other problem I have is that it's hard to get around in such an immense world. However, this is easily remedied, if you have one of the forms you can learn. For less fortunate users, some ways to get around would be nice. And, would you like to know something? Finn is the guy behind the project, being the owner and someone I actually find to be a really great friend. It makes it a double whammy for me. So, the rating I'll give the game is 8 over 10. Great game, but may feel a bit off at times. If we are comparing it in the category of Final Bond games, it instantly rises to a 10 over 10. It's the best one you can play, period. In fact, it's so much of a good remake that I'd be okay with licensing my apps to them. I'll even have the game in the description so you can play it for yourself. Huge shout out to Harry for making me aware of Ro-Binobi.